Nevertheless, I have a few things against you, because you allow that woman Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess, to teach and seduce my servants to commit sexual immorality and to eat things sacrificed to idols. I gave her time to repent of her sexual immorality, and she did not repent. Indeed, I will cast her into a sickbed, and those who commit adultery with her into great tribulation, unless they repent of their deeds. And it goes on. And when you really get into this is why it's hard for me not to go into this right now. But when you really get into this a lot with Jezebel, we always think of the alluring woman, the seductive, the overly sexualized. And it does reference some of this. But really, the spirit of Jezebel. So Jezebel is both a person, Jezebel and Ahab, but also a spirit. And the spirit of Jezebel wants to kill the prophetic, wants to come against the prophetic leading of the spirit. Spirit of Jezebel and the mental health issue, personality defect, I don't know, but spirit of Jezebel, and then whatever you call it on the secular side of narcissism, those two really go together. If I could wrap my fingers around each other, I would, because those two really go together. You very rarely see, you can be a narcissist and not have the Jezebel spirit, but I don't know if it's possible to have the Jezebel spirit and not be a narcissist. And then there's covert narcissists. So like, well, no, this person has Jezebel spirit, but they're not a narcissist. They're always putting themselves down. They're always, well, no, that's a way to get attention, to be like, oh, look at me. I'm always the suffering servant. I'm always the one who's being martyred for the cause. I'm always the one, right? So either way, it's still a sense of narcissism and looking at themselves. So this idea of any of those things we mentioned, whether it be the actual sexual perversion or the narcissism, the spirit of Jezebel, the self-centeredness, the manipulation, as the church begins to draw, I'm just going to be Old Testament here, draw nigh unto the Lord, get close with the Lord, you begin to have a spirit like David, a heart like David, a man after God's own heart. That's going to drive that out of the church. That's going to begin to drive that out of the church, because they're not going to be able to deal with it. And as that spirit begins to get shut down, those things, the people in the sexual perversion, that's when you start having, people who are living together start getting married. You've got the people who are bitter and angry and controlling and manipulative. They start to find reasons to just leave and go to another church and torment another church, right? And so you really start to, yes, that would definitely, if you had it on a congregational level, begin to draw close to the Lord, that would 100% deal with their problem.